this image is what this image was. We're going to play with it. All right, guys? Let's do it. All right, the first thing you want to do is we want to desaturate. Image adjustments, desaturate. And it becomes a sepia tone-ish thing. So when I go to image mode, I'm like, is this CMYK or RGB? And I see that it is CMYK. So I'm going to click it over to RGB color and then do it again. Image adjustments, desaturate. It should be black and white now. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to do is get my crop tool, and I want to press the shift key so it constrains to the same dimensions as the original photo. I want to drag this photo around. I want to get the faces to be the intersections of the lines here and here. And I want to get all the important parts. I want to get the faces and the hands on the cross sections of the lines. All right, so this is right around in there. I'm going to have to make this a little smaller though. Try to get it in there as good as I can. Okay, press enter. There we go. Then what I want to do is do a contrast on this with using curves. Let's do curves. And I'll bring the curves up a little bit, and I'll bring them down a little bit, and make it, gives it a little texture and gives it a little pop. There we go. So this is what it used to look like and what it looks like now. Okay. What else did I do before this? Background blur. Okay, so now we're going to do this. Click on the move tool so the crop is away. I'm going to do a Command J, and that duplicates a layer, and then I'm going to blur it. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. There we go. Click OK. Then what I'm going to do is put a mask on it, a little black circle and the white square right there is a mask. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill that mask with black so it gets rid of the image, and then I can bring it back. So you can do one of two things. You can do edit, fill, and then you can do like black, click OK, and that fills in. Or you can do a shortcut key. Since my black is in the background, I would do a Command Delete. All right, now if you do Command Delete, Alt Delete, keep going back and forth, you can fill it in with the shortcut keys. See that? All right, so now I'm going to get my brush, use a white, soft white brush, and I'm going to fill in the areas that are blurred in the background. I'm wondering if this, oh, forgot. My opacity is at 35%. I'm going to bring my opacity up to 100%, and now you can see the blur. Now I'm going to go really big, pretty on the inside areas, but then I will take my brush and make it smaller. I'm using the left and right bracket keys underneath the plus sign on the keyboard, and I'll zoom in, and then I'll go around the faces and everything that's important. You know, you don't want to be doing a big brush around these areas, because then you'll cut into the face and it won't look real. And I'm all about making the edits to the images real, you know, because we're telling a story. And the cool thing about it is when someone looks at this, they're going to actually think that this is what the photo, the actual real life looked like when the photographer took the photo. And you and I know that it's not true. I would say 90% of photos online are not true. They're all touched up. So think about that while I brush this in. Now, you guys don't need to have a Wacom Cintiq, but I would say for you guys to purchase a tablet so it makes it easier on you as a graphic designer, artist, Now I'm going to go like really in close right there with the gown, because I'm going to blur her a little later because she's a woman and women like to be blurred. They don't ever want to show their true selves. Alright, let's see here. And it's her magical wedding day. She wants to be magical, right? We will fix that a little later. Let's do this. Let's do the back over here in the background. I know it's taking a little while here, but it's a lot quicker when you have your tablet. See how beautiful that's already looking? Get in there. Alright, let's zoom out. Let's see what that looks like now. Oh, look how beautiful that background looks now. Look at that. Alright. Curves and the blur. The blur makes it look like there's depth to it. A low f-stop aperture, if that's what you were using on your camera to actually get that effect in the first place. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to do a Command J, and I'm going to click on the mask, and I'm going to fill it with black again. Then I'm going to do her face. Oops. I'm going to do her, not just her face, but I'm going to use a big soft brush, and I'm going to soften all of her, even her great gown and her hand, everything, because she's beautiful. She's a princess. Okay, let's take the opacity of this down a little bit. Let's see, because we don't want it to look like she's like totally like blurred, like she's not, like it's not supposed to be part of the image. But let's blur her a little bit. There we go. 50% from the softening that I did. Look at that. From that to that. That's beautiful. There we go. All right. And then if you want to touch up, flaws like freckles and stuff, you can do that later. I'm just doing the things that I see off really quickly. All right. And then what else did I do? Oh, I made a new layer, and white brush, soft white brush. Made it a little smaller. Made it like this big, and there we go. There's the bling from her ring. Let's bring the opacity down a little bit. There we go. That's looking cool, right, guys? All right. So we couldn't see the ring really, so putting that little brightness there kind of takes our eyes to it, and now we can go, oh, there's a ring there. All right, great. So it's kind of our imagery magic to get our eye to go to that, and kind of like, it's kind of mysterious, where we're like, oh, we're coming up with the ring, what it looks like in our mind. We don't even need to see it. We just see the bling. That's how we do it. All right, here we go. What else did I do in this one? Oh, I thought when I did the curves, made the image a little darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brightness contrast. I'm going to bring that to the top up here, or you can bring it a little underneath. Whatever, you can put it wherever you want. Sometimes once you make the adjustment layer and you put a different layer up or above, it'll make the effect look different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brighten this up right here. Brighten it. Oh, look at that. So it looks like, oh my God, it looks like a dream. Let's look at this. Yeah, that's it right there, boy. That is it. And that's how you make a beautiful wedding photo.